It was a joke! It was a joke! No! We are ready to go on our road trip to Croatia. It's currently 4 AM here in Latvia and I don't really function in the morning, but she's proper excited. So we're gonna go for an adventure. I don't know how long the journey is. How long's the journey?
Today it's 11 hours.
So it's 11 hours, we're going to Poland without stops. 11 hours journey to Poland, let's go! And then from Poland in the morning, we're going to head off to Croatia to complete the rest of the journey, which is going to be another sort of 10-ish hours, I think. And I think we should be arriving about 8 PM-ish in Croatia. Our plan is to switch every sort of 3-ish hours or so that we both get a bit of a rest on the drive. So our COVID tests.
We can go to Italy if we need. We have this from the wine company.
Good.
Yeah, there's my antibodies. It's something it happened on the road. I think you already know this paper.
Yeah. No more crashes, please. No more crashes. God, she's so organised. She's got like a whole 100-page. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, but we will not use this paper.
We will not use this.
We use only this paper because it's in Poland and yeah.
That's it. We're originally planning to go to Italy as well, but it seems the situation out there is pretty bad.
But who knows?
Who knows? We might still go there. So it's currently 5:30 in the morning. We've just stopped here. Not exactly, you know, that necessary, but seems that while I was trying to sleep, Kristiana had a bit of a problem, and she dropped chewing gum on her new jumper. So she's going to hopefully look for an iced coffee to get some ice to try and remove the chewing gum. So we're in Lithuania. There wasn't actually any sort of border control from Latvia into Lithuania, which was quite surprising. So yeah, straight into Lithuania. Sunrise is absolutely amazing. You can see. So yeah, next country is Poland, is it?
Yes.
Poland is next, which is a massive drive. So that's where we're going to stop at some point. So we've got a hotel there. We've still got a long drive to go. We've got 9 hours and 51 minutes drive to our destination. And unfortunately, Kristiana wasn't able to get any ice.
Why? Why? No, you can't. Oh my god.
Yeah, so she didn't get any ice, so she's still got chewing gum on her. So I'm not very happy. Not very happy. So I kind of need the toilet, right? And she purposely drove past. Right, apart from the road diversion, back to what I was saying. So anyway, like I need the toilet, and we went past a perfectly good service station and a perfectly good set of trees.
Where do I need to go?
But now she's taken me on the motorway. She avoided all that, and all she's doing is laughing at me. And she's offered me these cups, which I don't really want to use. So there's another service station that we've gone past. How do you feel about yourself?
Don't even ask. I feel just amazing.
Oh, there's some trees. So we've just entered Poland. Well, we've been here for about an hour now. Again, no border, but that's because we're in the European Union. So when you go from European country to a European country, there's no border. So unless you go outside the European Union and then come back in, that's when there's borders. So yeah, it's fairly easy to get through. Just drive through, and it was all fine. We're just looking for the next gas station now. Gas station, it's not an American. Petrol station. It's because she keeps saying gas station. Petrol station for a switch over. I'm going to start driving. Steering wheel's on the other side of the car, so it'll be interesting, but I'm sure I'll be fine. To be fair, it looks pretty standard and easy to drive on here. You've kind of got, you know, just kind of like this the whole way pretty much, and traffic's not too bad. So yeah, landscape in Poland, a bit more hilly than Lithuania, as you can see. A lot of sort of like farming land around, and yeah, seems quite nice. I've been to Poland once before, in a place called Gdansk and Sopot, which was really good. I didn't really have a lot of expectations for Poland, but honestly the country was really beautiful and nice when I went to these places, and was really surprised and really sort of was really good. Enjoyed it. For anyone wondering where I met Kristiana, is www.findyourlatvianbride.com.
God!
So yeah, if you want to find your own Latvian bride, go on that website.
It was a joke! It was a joke!
No! Yeah, so I'm driving now, and all I'm getting is abuse, pretty much.
Shut up!
With my road alignment. I touched the curb once, and now she's
Twice.
Once.
Twice.
Once I touched the curb. That's a curb, not the line. She's even put lane assistant on, just in case I get out of a lane, so it pulls me back. That's how much she trusts me right now. Get that out of my face. Oh, we've got some nice Polish houses on the left, as you can see.
Tourist guide.
Yeah.
What you can tell about this city, town?
What can I tell you about Sukhowala? Sukhowala was first established in 1537 by King Jabensky. Yeah, famous king. So many lorries on the road. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, just keep in those lines, please.
I'm keeping in the lines. The line. There's so much focus to keep in these lines right now because she's stressing me out. It's like you're moving the steering wheel too much.
Now everyone can watch.
Now everyone can watch me move the steering wheel. Don't zoom into my minging fingers.
You know what that sound was, baby?
What was that noise?
Oh yeah, what was that noise?
Is that the lane thing?
Yes! And you were really out of the lane.
That wasn't the lane noise, that wasn't.
That was.
It wasn't.
That was. I know my car.
Oh, right, just at McDonald's. About 2 hours from our stay checkpoint in Poland. The motorways have just been absolute sort of nightmare to drive on, just because no one knows how to drive. Everyone's cutting you up and everyone is up your bum like constantly. So it's a bit annoying. Just another 2 hours to do, and that's 12 hours in total for day one. And then we're just gonna have a sleep and then make the rest of the way tomorrow. So yeah, let the travel continue. We just touched down in our location, just trying to find our hotel now. I reckon it was that big building with the big hotel on it, but she seems to think it's elsewhere, so we're just going to check that out. What is stuff in here? Ooh, quite spacious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Aww. So cute.
How much is that? 35 euros, it doesn't say.
It was 52 euros.
Including
And
breakfast.
93 cents.
Including breakfast.
Yeah, for two.
So it's
39 just for the room.
Yeah, 39.
And 7 euros.
not bad for 39 euros, all this space.
I think for one night is
It's the bathroom.
okay.
Whoa!
Oh my god, so much space.
Loads of space.
Amazing.
You can swing a cat in here. Good morning, it's currently 4 AM. Had a decent sleep. We just meant to get breakfast at 6 AM, but we managed to rearrange it so we could get a pick-up at 4 AM from the reception, which is helpful. Morning.
This is your breakfast. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you later, bye-bye. So yeah, we went to pick up our breakfast.
Jesus Christ, he's trying to kill me with this swing.
Right, we went to go pick up our breakfast, which is in this packed plastic bag. Interesting to see what it is. But to Kristiana's disappointment, there was no coffee, so she kind of stormed out before I could even ask. Right, so what I'm most interested in checking is what our breakfast is. What our little packed lunch. So we've got an apple, an orange, got yogurt, ho yogurt. And then there's 3 things that I've packed up. So what's this? Half a sandwich. Okay. Half a cheese and rocket sandwich. Okay. So I'm gonna guess that, you know, all these other wrapped ones are half a sandwich, so yeah, so we got a sandwich and a half of cheese and rocket. Cheers. No coffee. So today's journey's currently not going the best. It's currently sort of 8 AM. We've just stopped in Austria. Went to go to the toilet, but you either have to pay for the toilet, which I never understood, or get a coffee and it's free. So we got some coffees, and this cappuccino looks good. Honestly, it tastes awful. But anyway, this morning's struggle was getting the vignettes. So we needed one for Czech Republic. We bought one for Slovenia and Austria, but when it comes to getting the one for Czech Republic, we weren't able to get it because the system was down. So then we were like traveling. We probably wasted about an hour like going to different petrol stations trying to get one. But once we entered Czech Republic, then as we were driving on the motorway, we pulled over to a petrol station there and was able to get it at the first petrol station in the motorway. I was worried about fines, so we were trying to get one before we got there, but it just wasn't possible at this point in time. So yeah, that was a struggle. Sat nav also taking us into weird locations, so just quite a stressful morning. And to include the breakfast that I showed you, that was the packed lunch, it felt like the sandwiches were sort of yesterday's sandwiches. Just the bread felt old. Apples were the worst. And it was just pretty bad. So we're trying to find some positivity for today. But yeah, we're in Austria now. We're gonna swap. This coffee tastes of ass. But yeah, that's that. Hey guys, we're in Slovenia at the moment. We passed Austria. At the border it was okay. They just asked us where we're going to, basically. Just told them Croatia and they just let us through. So yeah, I didn't have the pleasure of seeing Slovenia in the day last time because I was travelling during the dark, but as you can see, the scenery is absolutely amazing.
Croatia.
Is this the Croatian border?
Yes, it is.
Wow, okay, this is the Croatian border. Hopefully we don't have any problems. So it turns out that was the Slovenian border, and now we're just going to the Croatian border now. I kind of dropped my COVID test and the policeman had to pick it up and he kind of swore at me, so that was quite funny. But yeah, so we're just queuing up now. Looks like there's a lot of cars waiting to get into Croatia. Quite a lot of, there's a German plate there, Austrian, another German plate there. All the Germans are coming. They love it here. See you on the other side. So I'm glad to be back in sunny Croatia. Trip was good, it was tiring. We've well rested now and we're all good. A few little things that I'd like to say about the trip. We were using LPG. It was about 2,000 kilometers in total, around the €100 mark. in the Baltic countries, LPG was like half as expensive as it was in Austria and Slovenia. I guess because the petrol stations are few and far between, that they can charge like more expensive prices. So to fill up like a tank in Latvia and Lithuania, for instance, it was like 15 euros. Over in these countries over here, you know, sometimes it costs like 30 euros, so double the price. We had a COVID test which was 48 hours valid, so they let us through. So that went all smoothly, all fine. There was no sort of enter the Croatia certification that we had to provide or anything like that, like I had to do a COVID pass for the Latvia when I went last time. And yeah, other than that really, I'd say sort of Poland's probably the hardest bit of the drive, just because the traffic and the drivers are just, it wears you out, because you've just got to keep concentrating so much on the road, stopping, slowing down, overtaking, all that kind of thing constantly. Whereas like the roads in Austria and Slovenia, they're very much clearer, there's not that much traffic, so it was really good. And then when you hit Croatia on the motorway, you know, it's pretty empty on the motorway, so it's great, but it is quite expensive. You don't have to pay any tolls coming up to Croatia, but when you do hit Croatia, well, depending on which location you go to, we paid about sort of just over 20 euros in tolls altogether as well, so it all adds up. My flight to Latvia cost around £180. Getting here by car, you know, was cheaper than that for two of us, so it makes sense. But it is it is hard to drive that far. I'm glad I don't have to do it anytime soon again. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. Just going to get back to Croatian life. Gonna spend a few weeks with Kristiana here and show her around, and then I'll get back to hitting the vlogs hard.